and this was in like an L shape. I have it on my email if you would prefer to see something like that for further evidence.
I'm not sure why that's required.
Okay.
Sounds to me, Mayor, like, I'm thinking all concerns will be addressed at the next step, so, I mean, I think the lot split will be fine, and then we'll address the, easement at the next step.
Okay, you can make that motion.
We've got a motion on the
We've got a
floor.
motion.
No second.
No, so you got a motion to deny, no second,
Motion to table it.
and a motion to table it. Okay.
What is the
Make that
motion, Mayor?
I was gonna table it for further discussion about the drainage easement.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we got a motion to table and a second. Motion by Mr. Aldermen, second by Mr. Papania. Any further discussion? Let's do a roll call on this.
Nay.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Nay.
You can't.
What's that? Oh, I'm sorry.
You said.
I had a shot today and I don't know where I'm at. Whatever, I'm voting with Mr. Alderman.
What do you
Aye.
vote? Aye.
Nay.
Nay. Okay, so we have 5 yea, ayes, 2 nays. You get it, Vicky?
Jennifer and Mike for
Yeah,
now.
okay. All right.
So it is tabled.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
tabled.
You lost me there for a
I
second.
would recommend.
I apologize.
I would recommend that when y'all come back, the next meeting, that you have this thing laid out with a house on it, on each one of them. That'd probably clear up a lot of
I
this.
mean, for the business plan. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. All right, department reports. We have been, Raven and Cynthia and Sarah Q and myself have been going through design of the city logos and trying to consolidate. We've got a lot of logos out there, and we're trying to pull it all together and rebrand, kind of bring something new to the city. And anyway, I'm going to let Raven and Sarah discuss what we've been doing and what their thoughts are on this.
So Sarah has graciously, she has a background in graphic design, which is very beneficial for us, just for the time that it takes to rebrand a logo. And so we work together to kind of just revisit what is an iconic look for Ocean Springs. If you look at Biloxi, they have the lighthouse. Gulfport and Pascagoula, they have flags in their logo. So we kind of just took a look at different municipalities around the state, and we settled on the bridge as an iconic look for our city. So I'm gonna let Sarah talk a little bit about just how she came up with this great logo that we like.
Okay, well, first of all, thanks for the opportunity. This is very fun and outside of Mary C's responsibilities, and I've enjoyed working with Raven and Cynthia and the mayor. I think what was very important to all of us is that we found a symbol for Ocean Springs, something that was relatable to not only our community members, but our entrepreneurs and the people who have built this town. So a bridge was kind of a really nice symbol that we kind of honed in on. And when I was reading about, kind of the idea of what a bridge is and the metaphor for it, I really loved this little definition, I guess. But a bridge between people enables the passage of ideas. It connects people who are in different places. It enables help to be connected. It opens up the opportunity for people to be helped. It reduces isolation. It's a more efficient way to get to another point. I think that when we're rebranding, we want it to feel like something people can connect to, and that idea behind a union one coast is important to us. So we hope that you feel the same way. This is where we're at with the logo. We still have, some tweaking to do. The concept is there. The design is almost there, in my opinion. We've been working with Cynthia at the chamber to keep it as formal and something the government will accept, but also, our town, we are unique and we're evolving and we're modern, and we wanted something that encompassed that and kept it clean. So this is where we're at with it, and it's basically the view from the yacht club. So it's on our side. It's kind of opening up and inviting you in, and then you can kind of tell it's got like a little retro negative space for the light on the side of the bridge, and you can kind of see the underside of it. But I think that the characteristics from the type, we're trying to get it to connect into the design of the bridge. So we've got some clean moments with the legs of the bridge that connect back with ocean, and then some wavy, curvy moments that connect back with springs. And then we took out V, so it's just City of Discovery, keeping it clean and straightforward. I think it was important to us that we focused on the overall shape of it. So if it was made into a t-shirt or a pin or whatever you want to make into it, that it was clear and easy to read. And then Raven, if you want to go. So Lucida Grande or Grand, however you want to say it, was the font that we are kind of working with for the text that you'll be using for anything associated with the logo. You guys are welcome to critique or have opinions. It's not going to hurt my feelings at all. We're in process, and we just wanted at this point to open it up to you guys and take home some ideas to keep evolving it.
I think it looks good. You had some different colors though, right? Is
Yeah,
it
we
color?
haven't
that's it.
settled on really any colors.
Right, I feel like the colors are always different no matter what screen you're looking at. You gotta print it, But yeah, these are a little brighter.
I like the design.
So what's great about this and having Sarah be able to redo our logo is that we can change the colors based on seasonal. So if we were doing it in Mardi Gras, we could change it to purple, green, and gold, of course, for Christmas, red and green. It just gives us a lot more flexibility throughout the year as well.
We're also trying to get our wayfinding funded, that project. And then I noticed on the wayfinding study, we had different logos, so many different logos. So before we move forward with that, we wanted to settle on something new, something unique. And there was a lot of talk, I think.
Blue and gray would look much better.
But anyway, we hope. I mean, these girls have spent a lot of time and effort on this. Very talented ladies, and I've just kind of sat there and made a comment here or there, but they've taken the ball.
So this is to replace the $16.99 with the third leaf?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm just glad it's not the full value bridge in the stucco position.
But anyway, we just wanted to, we won't belabor the process here, but we just want to give y'all an update and keep you posted on how this thing.
Yeah, and feel free to reach out, email, call, whatever, if you have thoughts, and we're excited to show you the final version.
Good. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, next item on the agenda is claims docket. Does anyone have anything to pull from the docket of claims?
I'll make a motion to approve the docket of claims.
Motion by Mr. Blackman, second by Mr. Cox. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We have a motion to authorize adjustments of water and sewer accounts. Does anybody have anything?
I was very happy to see what the
Down
They
to
were. Yeah,
small.
and the dollar amounts. So I'll make a motion that we approve the authorize the adjustments.
Motion by Mr. Alderman,
Second.
second by Mr. Impey. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to building department. Daryl, we want to discuss an appeal of 500 gallon grease interceptor at 2961 Denver Boulevard, Sugar Drive, requesting usage of a 20-pound grease trap.
Oh, yes, this business is opening up at 2961 on Benville. It's, the city engineer came up with 504 gallons and recommended a 500-gallon grease interceptor. They've requested to actually be put in front of the board to ask for a 20-pound grease instead. So, if anyone here to speak forward.
Mayfield. My daughter, she was at, what,
1708.
for 3 years, and we was using the 20-pound grease trap, and she was getting it cleaned out on a regular basis. Public Works would come around and check it, everything looks good. She's doing the same thing at this business that she's opening up on Bienville, 2903. 61. But it's gonna be the same business, no more cooking or anything. Actually, she's gonna do more of retailing of supplies.
Anybody have any questions?
There'll be no major cooking going on.
I'm not frying or anything like that. It's basic bakery things.
I don't think 20 pounds is enough though.
I think I told Daryl, I said, we can go up to 30 pounds, or whatever.
I have one bakery in my ward that has a 500 and they have to pump theirs pretty regularly, flour and butter, with those things, I said the same concerns last time for the last bakery that came in front of the board, and I don't even know what it was I don't know what the final decision was. I wasn't in favor of it because I knew what the grease trap was where at the bakery that I have.
But she's been 3 years at the location she was at, and Public Works came and checked that she got it cleaned and there was no problem.
I had it cleaned on a monthly basis. I'm the sole baker for the bakery, so I'm not like any other bakery that has a lot of employees. I can only bake as much as I can bake because this is another job that I have. So it's very minimal of the baking that we do. We're moving more towards selling supplies and things like that on the retail side because there's nothing in that area that does this. But we opened the storefront, like you said, 3 years ago, and it's been fine with the 20-pound grease trap we've had for 3 years. I get it cleaned every month. And it's the same exact business flow that it will be.
And if I remember correctly, the last time we had made a concession with the understanding that if you saw anything that would indicate that that was not going to be enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just need to make sure I was there.
What size did we go with for the bakery?
I think it was 40.
40 gallon, but 20 pound, I think.
So it was
The
a
thing
40
is, I'm
pound.
not an
20
engineer,
gallon.
so I gotta rely on James on that. I knew that, we have made some concessions, but the concern is
Rely on the code that we have.
yeah, that code really has to get visited. I mean, that ordinance has to be visited. I mean, we've been, tasking this over and over, it seems like lately.
I know that I don't know any other bakery in Ocean Springs that's just a bakery that doesn't sell food or lunches or breakfasts. We're not doing any of that. I'm not opening early in the mornings to do any of that. Donuts, frying, anything. We don't have a fryer on property.
Well, the last one just does bakery, and that was 40 gallon, if I remember right. Well, according to Vicky. Yeah.
They haven't
Just
had
said
any.
it was 40 pound,
40
40 gallon,
pound,
40
yeah,
pound,
sorry.
and 20 gallon. Right.
Yeah, we
And
can-
they just said they were open
We can
to.
do that.
Right, right.
Well, just for the sake of not holding this up, because we've got to retweak this ordinance. We've talked about it, it's time.
Right, I agree.
This.
Well, we're getting in trouble with Jackson County Utility Authority, with the amount of, grease we're having coming through these lift stations, and, we do need to fix this, because every meeting we're having somebody come and requesting a variance or requesting what the engineer's telling us that they need versus what they want to put in there. So, yeah, I don't know what we need to do. We need to, I guess, reach out to some other municipalities, see how they handle that, what their ordinance reads, and then get back and tweak this thing, because obviously some businesses need it for the.
Every situation is different.
Yeah, but we don't need to legislate that. We need to.
It's true, but when we got a formula that says you have to have a 500-gallon grease trap to make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like somebody said, that would put us having to all do that at home.
Yeah.
You know, so
I would think to make it fair though, if we're gonna do it, then it needs to be considered to be a priority, just like what the
I don't think
last.
they have a problem with that, yeah.
And if we're gonna, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to have people, we're gonna have to have these things checked regularly, because if we get into a situation where we've got a problem.
We should have a list of the ones that have been approved in the smaller traps, so.
Yeah, we've got the list of the ones y'all changed,
Y'all go about every 3 months and check.
about every 6 weeks.
There's a report on every 4 times a year. We've started implementing it. It's only the second one that we've done so far, but
How many times a year?
4
I
times.
believe the report is quarterly,
Yeah.
so 4 times a
You're
year.
saying you go every 6 weeks?
It takes him a couple of weeks to do all of them.
When they come around, do they let us know they're coming around?
Not usually.
They
No,
just do
there's
it?
people that have
She's
failed.
seen them come around.
I've seen them out there.
Jackie, you wouldn't have to see him, right? Because yours.
I don't know,
outside.
I've never seen them come, but that's just, if they don't tell me they're there, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, because hers.
Yours is
that's
a
outside.
Y'all made me get a 500-gallon grease trap, so just asking.
We definitely need to be, more consistent. I'm in agreement that this needs to be reevaluated, but not anything that needs to hold this up. We're right back where we were the last time,
Exactly.
except this time we need to redo the ordinance.
I say we get past these tonight, and then we just put a moratorium on any changes to the grease trap ordinance until it's looked at.
I agree with that.
Okay.
We
Because
better
it's
get
not
to work
only-
on it then.
It's not only week-to-week approvals, but it's put more on these guys. It's 2 weeks now, they keep it up, it'll be 3
Right.
weeks on these inspections. And then JCUA comes around and says there's too much grease in our system, it's the city of Ocean Springs that's gonna pay the fine, it's not the businesses.
The last fine they discussed was $79,000, and they let us pass on it.
That was for 1 month.
That was for 1 month, that's right.
So,
So it's important to get this straightened out quickly. All right, do we have a motion on item B under building department? Oh, I'm sorry, D.
I'll make the motion that we approve a 40-pound 20-gallon grease interceptor for 2961 BM.
It's a 40-pound.
40 pounds, 20 gallons.
Okay.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Blackman, second by Mr. Aldermen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thanks.
Okay, Darryl, you want to go through the next one?
Yeah, this is Rose Gold Ice Cream. They're gonna be located, or wanting to locate at 1608 Benville. We recommend a 500-gallon grease trap. She's asking to be considered to put a 30-pound in.
I'm here for the grease trap too. So, I'm looking to open an ice cream shop located in the Oak Center on Benville Boulevard. Just traditional ice cream, pre-packaged toppings, nuts, all, items purchased pre-packaged. No cooking, no baking, anything done on site. All menu items will be served on disposable items, cups, spoons, napkins, so minimum dishwashing. mostly maybe ice cream scrapers and scoopers. So I didn't really see a need for one the size being requested, and I was hoping it could be reevaluated based on the actual business need.
So you're only serving ice cream with prepackaged toppings,
Only ice cream.
all disposable paper toppings.
Where is 1608 being built?
It's in the Oak Center, the same shopping center as Azteca's, New
Okay.
York Pizza.
Huh? I'm across the street.
You wanna go 30?
I would do 40.
You wanna make that motion?
Same thing. Make a motion to, make it 40-gallon grease trap.
40 pounds.
40 pounds,
40
20
pounds,
gallons.
excuse me, 20 gallons.
Got a motion by Mr. Wade,
Second.
second by Mr. Cox. Any further discussion?
Well, we didn't even ask if she's okay with that. I mean, I know you
I would
don't have a
imagine
choice,
she's
but we
probably
want to
okay.
have some input.
Going
Okay.
from 500 to 40, I think she's okay.
Okay.
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
So moving forward with this, until we get together and get this ordinance changed, we're just not gonna be able to keep going this path.
I said that six grease traps are good.
I'll make a motion to that effect that we place a moratorium on getting grease trap appeals until this ordinance is changed and modernized. I'll make a motion to that effect.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Impey, a second by Mr. Aldermen.
To not accept any more appeals until the ordinance is changed.
Any discussion? Okay,
If that's the case, I'd like to make sure we get this scheduled quickly.
we gotta get this scheduled quickly, or we're gonna have a moratorium on restaurants here.
I would switch the motion to say that they can appeal, except that the board will table any evaluations until any further discussion on the ordinance.
Okay, that's fine. I'll amend my motion to that effect.
I'll second that.
Okay, got an amended motion and a second, by Mr. Impey and Mr. Aldermen. Any other discussion on it? All in favor?
One more, hang on.
I have a question, but I was
Okay.
gonna wait until after the motion passes.
Yeah.
It's not about this, it's about, should we also make a motion to revise the ordinance? I mean, understanding that it's not gonna be, but at least make the motion to,
That was my question. I was gonna ask the
Yeah.
attorneys how long before we
It's gonna
can-
take, well, they're gonna have to.
I know they gotta have garbage put in.
30 days.
I mean, I would like to see it where they come to the table with with an engineer from their side, on what they feel the calculations are, and then if our ordinance, has a provision in there to allow it to be rebutted by our own engineer or to review that our engineer agrees on it, then that's the way I'd like to see it.
Okay, let's go ahead and vote on the current, motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Let's handle the rest of this in, mayor and alderman forum. Is that okay with y'all? Okay, human resources, we have a insurance renewal coming up. Mindy, you want to talk about
We
that?
do. We have the property insurance renewal, will be the end of May. And we start working on that several months ahead of time with Lemon Moeller. And we've kindly had Alderman Impey and Alderman Cox been involved with this for years. So we're getting ready to start those discussions. Our first meeting is going to be on Tuesday, February 22nd. And if another alderman would like to join us, just would like to throw that out there if there's anybody that wants to sit in on those meetings. Unfortunately, we're not in a very favorable insurance market at the present time. So I think we're going to have to be creative looking at different.
I don't think we've been in a favorable market for the past 5 years.
Well, and this year particularly.
We get the same spill every year.
Yep. Because of the valuations of buildings, it's going to be a lot different.
Okay, we look forward to that.
All right.
General public comment, anybody who wishes to address the board, about anything related to the city, not just the agenda items, anything related to the city, you can do so at this time. You'll have a maximum of 3 minutes to address the board. Anybody, and only 2 speakers will be able to talk per one side or the other. If you would like to address the board, please come forward, identify yourself and your address.
Yep. It's not public comment without Dr. Moore.
Give us an update on something.
We can't recess the meeting without
Moving forward to Mayor and Aldermen's forum, Ms. Burgess, you have anything?
So just touching base on Hastings, we're still on track, right? So the last conversation was end of March, we're not even gonna know they were there. Good. Okay. All right.
With the exception of the road, we're gonna do that in the
Well,
paving.
that's gonna be part of the paving thing. Yes, and then, I got a call today about AT&T on Iroquois, creating that bump in the middle of the road. I haven't laid my eyes on it, but, I have forwarded that email, so I just wanted to see, if we can get that looked at. And then, has anybody heard anything about ceasefire's end date?
How we doing on the permits for boring?
So we did, my understanding is that we have tallied up the invoice, the price tag that ceasefire is billed. And, no invoices have been paid to date. Am I correct on that? Now, you guys did fix the road over on, Hermitage, yes, was it Hermitage?
Yeah.
Yes, but the sidewalk is still,
He should be pouring that pretty soon because he's pouring in, on Hastings today.
Problem is, we've got 3 utilities boring in the city right now. Ceasefire, AT&T, and TL Wallace is doing gas. So there are a lot of disruptions. We are keeping track of the expenditures on our end. We have not billed anyone yet because we want to make sure that once we fix something, it's fixed. Meaning that until we put the asphalt down, we put the concrete down, and we sure that everything is solid, not leaking, then we can go ahead and start taking care of some of this stuff. But we do have a track of what the city has spent. It's in the 6 figures. It's no small number, and we'll be addressing it. But we've identified. We know who we need to talk to. We just it's just going to be a process, and having 3 of them in the city at one time has not been, it's unprecedented, I would assume. But but it's progress. Progress is painful sometimes, and but I think once everything's done, it'll all be fixed. But we just can't. We got to kind of take it as it comes.
Well, I kind of get the double whammy though, because I'm getting all the taps redone that are, down like Calhoun and stuff.
Yeah. Calhoun is, we would like to have Calhoun completely repaved. So if you put that on your paving.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to
We
Sarah
have to
about
have
this.
that road completely repaved since it's been beat up so bad. Anyway, that's where we are with that.
okay, all right, I knew we were tracking it, but, I wasn't sure if we had an end date yet to ceasefire. I mean, not the other 2, but just ceasefire. And then, I guess my question still stands for legal in regards to, do we need to make a motion to revise the ordinance for the grease traps? Do we have to make a motion to revise it, or can we just revise it?
No, obviously
Just take steps to revise
we
it.
understand now. We'll take steps.
Okay, gotcha, just
Making
checking.
motions.
That's all I got, thank you.
Ricky?
So with of course, I'm the last one, had to turn my paving list in because I got a lot of streets that are they're in bad shape. But I did talk with Troy, and he
Ward 2 is a special ward.
Yeah, and he said that he agreed that it was time that we started doing some milling, and I don't know if he got with you on that. But some of the streets on my ward for sure are not gonna be able to be overlaid, because they've already been done like 2 and 3 times. So I guess what I need to do is find out your schedule one afternoon after lunch when I can come meet with you and show you my list, and then we can kind of see what you think, and then go back and make sure that those are the ones that, because I have a lot of them that still have like gravel patches like throughout. Even some, I think I even have one in Marple and a Cement Street. So I know my list is going to be probably unreachable, but it's going to be something that I'm going to need your help with on that one.
I just want to thank everybody that helped with parades, Alan, your crew, the police, fire department, Daryl, everybody kind of lent a hand. They did a great job.
Thanks for the ride to frontage.
Oh, I got that. Told you to call me to find me around.
I'm good, Mayor.
Daniel?
James, can you fill us in on the monster ditch? Where do we stand on that, please?
They started last Thursday, and they're doing the clearing and grubbing operations right now.
What do you think? 3 months, 4 months to finish it?
Yeah, they're doing really good. I mean, they've cleared a lot more than I thought they were going to, because they have to work with very small machinery, and a lot of it they're doing by hand. So they're not disturbing a whole lot. But
I need to go down a little bit.
Yeah. But it's, they're moving along pretty good with it. I think they'll be through in 4 months.
Great. That's great. Good news. Thanks, James. That's all I have. That's all I have. It did.
Alan, do we have any concrete money left right now?
Not very much.
Got several panels, several neighborhoods that are really, really bad. Some from flooring damage and some just damage. So
It's streets or sidewalks?
Streets. Sidewalks are a whole other issue. We got some more of that to do as well, but we need to get these done first, I think. So get with me later this week, and can take about 30 minutes and then take a ride with Mark some more like we did last time. So,
I just wanted to add my voice to what Kevin said about the parade going off on Saturday. Anybody in the public who missed the third parade after Crew Unique, Public Works going through there, those guys every year do a fantastic job. And just for the public's information, Alan, how many bags of trash did y'all haul out of there?
625.
625 after that parade.
Yeah, we recycled them.
Yeah. I knew the number, but I wanted everybody out there to hear it. There's a tremendous amount of work to put these parades on, and every year they pretty much go off without a hitch. Thank y'all for the job y'all do. That's all I got, Mayor.
Yep. Ditto on the parade. Probably the largest crowd we've had in the city for a parade. Also, we had support from Biloxi Police Department, Jackson County, Goshen, D'Iberville, Pastorville. So those agencies came over and helped control the crowd. Public Works, outstanding. And our local police and fire, thank you for helping. Jig, thank you. Things went very smooth. Thanks for stopping the Alcorn van in front of my house. That was a big deal for Ocean Springs to have that Alcorn van here, and they were outstanding. So Mr. Gibson's not in the audience, but I'll go ahead and tell him thank you for that also. I need a motion to go into closed session to discuss the necessity to go into executive session.
So moved, Mayor.
Got a motion by Mr. Cox.
Second.
Second by Mr. Wade. All in favor?
The
board is in closed session.
Yes.
Calm crowd.
Doing okay? Congratulations. I thought I heard you check. I'm gonna.
I want to thank you for your vote of trust. Okay, oh, I'll give everybody that. That's a good idea. Thank you, thank you. And no, I know, I'm in everything I said, and I will be here at the meetings too. Okay?
I am very disappointed that I invited each and every one of you to come look at my grease trap, and none of you showed up. I understand that, but 500 gallons versus 40 gallons? Do you know how much it costs me?
I'll make it. I'll make it.
2 months?
Thank you, dear.
When I move my kitchen, I swear for God, I'm not getting a bigger one than 40 gallons. Do y'all hear me? You say that. Did you read my email though? Okay. And if you would have come and looked at it, you would not have made that decision. None of y'all would have made that decision if you'd have come and looked at my grease trap like I asked you to.
No, it's got to
Well, I know you know.
Yeah. But they, right, well, I'm just showing the rest of that.
It's not your house, it's for the play.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Always
Now, I've done like twice, you know, like,
yeah. Definitely always something.
It'll be bigger now. It will, but I'm busy enough without advertising. Yeah, we're working on it. We're getting it going.
They already sent a letter about 6 months ago that said, if we wanted to, they could charge you $79,000.
I don't know, last year you finally had to get to work on some of that shut down. Where's we got somebody coming over to help them with it. I'm like,
I brought it to the board. Doing the same thing over and over and no heavy breathing.
Are we ready?
I'm going to give this motion out right quick. Motion made by Mike Impey, seconded by Kevin Wade to stay in executive session to discuss contracts with the Mary C.
Well, we can go home.
I think most of you can leave just when you're done.
Actually, I can go get it.